Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today on this live. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking the time. I know lots going on, but I was pretty excited to talk about this because I know lots of folks try to avoid the caffeine, right? They avoid the caffeine in coffee because it makes them nervous or they've got acid reflux or something like that. So they avoid caffeine. And so there's a lot of health benefits, that we know that that, for example, caffeine may have. And people have talked about that. So what about decaf coffee? What do you what would you think about that? Most people say, hey, you know what? Uh, let me ask you, what you guys think about that. So appreciate you guys joining us from Instagram as well as other outlets. So coffee. So numerous health benefits from from having uh, caffeinated coffee, but decaf coffee. How is it made? So the way decaf coffee is made uh, is to strip the caffeine from caffeine. You take unroasted coffee beans, either soaked or steamed, and then you add some water and chemicals. So you can add activated charcoal, liquid carbon dioxide, ethyl acetate, all these chemicals, and even methylene chloride. So this stuff actually can take the caffeine out and extract it. So the health concern for a lot of people is what? Is that the caffeine, is taken out, and this methylene chloride can actually affect you. Now this methylene chloride does not occur naturally in our environment, so people worry about that. Is it something that it could be harmful? So obviously lots of people think, okay, what can I do to make it differently? But so the methylene chloride that we're talking about, that's the main problem that people worry about as far as chemicals. So methylene chloride, again, it's what kinds of stuff do you find it in? Number one, you can see it in things like paints, adhesives, pesticide products. So you don't want that stuff in your coffee, so people get worried. If you actually inhale small amounts of it, it can actually uh, decrease your attention, slow down your central nervous system. You might also cough, wheeze. You can feel drowsy, lightheaded, possibly develop a headache. So what happens is that those are the effects if you had methylene chloride. But the Food and Drug Administration, for those of you guys who are worried about this, Food and Drug Administration um, allows a small percentage, so 0.001% residual methylene chloride. And so super small amount, super tiny amount, right? Not the ones we're talking about here. So because of the fact that it's such a small amount, then you want to make sure that your coffee doesn't have it any more than that. So looking at over 200 observational studies didn't find any harmful health effects. So I started this live by saying, is decaf coffee safe for you? And 200 observational studies showed that not any harmful effects whatsoever. So very, very important, right? So very important. In fact, 21 studies established earlier this year show that drinking 3 cups of coffee could reduce death from any cause by 13%. I'll say it again. 3 cups of coffee per day. Now, we're not talking about people with acid reflux or some problems that you could have with drinking coffee. I mean, you could have problems with other diseases, but let's say you don't have those. Drinking 3 cups of coffee per day, even caffeinated or decaffeinated, could reduce death by any cause up to 13%. So that's awesome. Really, really good data and information. So, and a lot of people also, I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching feel like, well, I've got decaffeinated coffee. It is probably has no caffeine. But the key is that it actually does have some caffeine. So how much do you say? You have anywhere between 2 and 15 milligrams per 8-ounce cup. Now, it's not zero, but still less than the 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine that you may have in a regular cup of coffee. So really, you're not eliminating caffeine completely. However, you're doing a lot less. So, but to me, if you want to eliminate caffeine completely, then what you do is you drink water. You can drink other types of, for example, some types of fruit juice if you like that. But water to me is the best drink. I ask my kids, what's your favorite drink, and it's always water because it's the best drink in the world. Myself, so again, if you want to avoid caffeine altogether, decaf is not going to do it. But again, you have to know how the caffeine is taken away from the coffee. Unroasted beans, either soaked or steamed, then you add a mix of water to other chemicals like activated charcoal, liquid carbon dioxide, ethyl acetate, and methylene chloride. The danger is methylene chloride, and the FDA allows for a very small amount. And so 200 studies showed that really there's no danger or harmful health effects to decaffeinated coffee. But the nice thing is that if you are a coffee drinker, don't have any problems like acid reflux or other diseases that coffee could make worse, you could decrease your death rate by 13%. So good stuff. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, make healthy living a part of every day. Awesome stuff. I appreciate you guys watching. I will talk to you very soon. Remember, make healthy living a job for yourself every day. Namaste. I'll talk to you soon.